Hey everybody, Ben and Connor here at the Amsterdam International Airport. Is that what it's called? Something like that? Yeah.
No, it's Schiphol.
Schiphol,
Yeah.
Schiphol, yes. The Schiphol International Airport in Amsterdam. And John and Hunter just boarded their plane to fly away. Connor's about to fly off soon.
Yeah, I'll be boarding in about an hour and a half.
And we're just sort of sitting here reflecting on what was an incredible trip.
We had a very, the flight back from Nairobi, I slept for most of it, which is really rare for me on planes. Extremely tired. It's very strange to have 2 jet lags in the span of essentially 12 days. We did some tremendous work. You may be wondering why I haven't been in any of these videos so far, and it's because Ben and I have been essentially separate for this entire trip. He was in the classroom, I was doing land surveys and building and structural surveys, and we looked at so many things at HIP. We were so impressed with some of the management going on at HIP, and we have a really confident frame of view for the future. We have a lot of work to do, we have a lot of reflection to do. We had a pleasure working with the team, amazing people on this trip, and we just feel really amazing and confident about the future of not only Open World but of HIP and Trika in Nepal. We're already making plans for Nepal, and this trip has been a tremendous opportunity to get back into the groove of doing this kind of work. So yeah,
and I think I got to take this opportunity too to just recognize the people involved. I can't speak more highly of everyone. I think we all played a really crucial role in Kenya, starting with Brooke Anderson, a nurse from Viterbo University, who conducted crucial medical evaluations of the students, and will be providing medical recommendations, should students see doctors, that sort of thing. She tested lungs, students' vision. We measured their heights to see where, how much students had grown since January, and I can't the parental response was just out of this world for the work that Brooke did. I have to recognize Hunter Martin. He's 17 years old, John Martin's son, and
student representative. We're getting a little old now, believe it or not, at least for that part of this initiative. So,
and I can't imagine doing the work that Hunter did at 17. I can't speak
He did a great job.
Hunter. John, and then of course John Martin. I mean, he was like the Swiss Army knife of this trip whenever we had a need.
Mr. Fix-It, also documentarian. He filled in every single gap that we had between people who couldn't do certain things. He was there. He did amazing work.
Exemplary. And then Natalie Chabot. Her work in the classroom, the way that she was able to engage students. She is just that rare combination of teacher who has the right, that pitch perfect combination of both talent and passion in the classroom, and watching the students at HIP respond to her teachings, and also watching the impact that she had on the teachers with her instruction was, it was an inspiration.
Yeah.
And then finally, of course, Professor Melissa Colum. The work that she has done for the UN, she worked us very hard, always had responsibilities.
Did we figure out she's been to 49 countries in her life? 49 countries, has done UN work all throughout Africa, and was absolutely invaluable. Cannot say enough about the kind of mentality that she has, and just essentially the sort of the braveness and the courage that she has to operate the way that she does. There's no way I can put into words what it's like to watch her work. So
her management was an inspiration. I know she won't accept any other compliment than this, so Melissa, thank you for being you. Seriously. Lastly, I think we're both sitting here kind of reflecting on Open World as a whole, the journey, the Open World cause has taken over the last 6 years, and it's incredible that after high school, I remember, the conversation we had about whether or not this is something that we could manage in college, how overwhelmed we felt when we first started in college, and also kind of talking about the meaning of a legacy, what that word means, and thinking about how far this organization, this endeavor, and all of the incredible people that we've met along the way, and the things that we've seen accomplished on the ground. And I don't know, it's difficult to put into words.
And now we're both out of college, and what ended up being the strongest aspect of the organization was piecemealing everything together throughout all those years where it seemed really impossible. So Hunter is another great representation of someone who's really young, who's willing to step up and do big things. So I think we're pushing pretty long on this video, but if I had one comment to wrap things up before we get back to the United States off of this trip, would be that at any age you can really make a difference, and it's really not about it's not about making the perfect decisions or being flawless in the way that you progress with things. You just have to keep progressing in general, and if you start at a young age, there's nothing that's going to stop you.
Today's world, the possibility to change the world for people is literally at our fingertips, and seeing, thinking about open world, how far we've come in our legacy and how far open world has come in its legacy in the past 6 years, and I can't even imagine, where we could potentially go from here. But also thinking about, as Connor said, what we have, the potential that we all have today. It's, if anyone has any idea, anyone has any dream to get started, no matter what it is, we'll always be here to try to help facilitate and kickstart that dream.
Yes.
So don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm heading to Atlanta, then Denver. This guy's heading to Montreal. So we'll cap it off for now.
All right. Thank you everyone for your time.